Good morning, sunshine. So we're at a different beach today. I got here through the way I tend to get here. We gotta look at this. Look at all those stones I haven't discovered yet. What's all that yellow? There's a breakwater. I think that's what that's called. It's a rough one, but so this is in Marshfield, somewhere along the coast. Let's walk down here because it looks like it'll be easier to get down here. Then that way you can look at the sun. I'm parked just on the side of the road, very unattractive. I passed my exit. I was going to Nantasket, and I passed my exit. I was like, what am I doing? I'll let the universe guide me. And usually by the time I get down to this area, I'm not as familiar with it. Especially I usually find my way on places like 3A. I didn't do that. I just kept following. So let's see what we can discover this morning. Down here, I might just pop down on my bum. I'm too anxious to get into the stones. But you're getting to see the sun. I'm on a wall right now. See, that's why I have to. It's a little bit of a drop. I'm trying to film so you guys don't have to. Okay, this looks like a good spot, and there's a lot of stones around here. So let's see. Bear with me. See if we can keep this straight. I'm getting better at this. Okay. Oh, there we go. Safe. Here we go. You just kind of have to go for it. Didn't we find a bunch of those yesterday? Got the seagulls over here just hanging out. It's beautiful today. It's beautiful for a winter stay because it's in the 30s. I love these. As if look how yellow that is. Let's hold him up in the sunlight. He gets that little sparkle. So I have no idea what kind of stones we'll discover. It doesn't look like this is a beach you'd find shells. I'm not seeing anything. I'm looking down, so hopefully I'm filming correctly. Okay, let's go to the edge of the water. With all the energy coming in last night, it was a very calm night for me, but I still didn't sleep. I did everything I know how to do to get some, and I just realized, you're just gonna have to accept it. The universe will take care of you, and I just was able to ask, the Arcturians, even though I haven't, communicated with them like, hey, what's up, to do what they needed to do. And I did fall asleep a few times, no telling how long I was asleep. And I said, look, I know I'm not going to get sleep tonight, so do what you got to do to get me through tomorrow. And the sun came out, and I was like, oops. I gotta get out in nature. And what a beautiful sun it is. Just looking down at the stones. I'm gonna go out here. I won't film this whole journey. But I always have to film for Christy. Wait, let me put my glasses on because I think we have a really pretty one right here. One of my favorites, the little striped guys. He's kind of beat up a little bit, but that's okay. So am I. Not anymore. I'm learning. Each time I go through one of these, let's start channeling the stones. Each time I go through one of these phases, or every year, the manifestations become more powerful. The craziness leaves my head, and I realized a lot of the craziness, oh my God, this is, look at this. Look at all those stones in the water. Let's do it. Let's get some sunlight. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It's one of those little pink ones. I don't know if you can see them. Let's get. I love those guys. Okay. I was doing, I would break out in tears. I think it was more of just releasing leftover trauma. There's been a lot of trauma in these past 4 years. The people that said they loved me and knew me the most have now completely disowned me and are doing other things, which doesn't matter because all I'm doing is spreading love. Oh, look at that. And boy, are we spreading some love. I think this one needs to go make a ripple in the water. I love this stone, but I've got so many, and I just had let's get the sun in the picture. See if we can do this together without jiggling the camera too much. Okay, I gotta switch hands because I'm not a left-handed pitcher. Actually, I'm not a pitcher at all. So we'll do this the best. So here's to Dar Williams and Grateful Dead. She did a Grateful Dead cover, so I think of Ripple in Stillwater by Dar, but it's actually, we know it's Grateful Dead. She loves them too. But here it goes. Here's to the energy and the sun. Let's put them in the, oh, that didn't work. I was trying to get rid of the green dot. Here's to the energy, the sun, and from everything out here that we can't see, but we can feel. We empaths and old souls and light workers and whatever you choose to call yourself, that's spreading love and joining the new perception, the new earth. It's a magical adventure, and I'm going to stop trying to prove to people that they need to be on it, because they're going to have to find their own way. I get myself in trouble when I do, so I'm releasing let me breathe. This is also going to be a release for me of the leftover trauma that I have little crying bits over. Losing some children that I raised. With love and compassion. I saw the worst of it. And choose to believe their parents who have told them that I'm crazy and insane, and they both told me that I'm sick and in denial and need help. I just had to say that online. I don't care what the parents think anymore. They're so caught up in their rich world of houses and luxuries and money and matrix that I just don't even care anymore. So let them be where they want to be, and I can't do anything. My job is over. But I love those kids forever. So here to you guys. And this is to everybody else who's lost people along this Shadowlands work. Because some people don't want to come along on the journey and you can't make them. And that's okay. That's okay. We're just learning to let go. So that's what we're doing. We're making a big giant ripple. I've set a lot of seeds of love, and hopefully they'll find it. Okay, enough cheers. See how quickly I got over that? Oh God, it used to be crying fits on end. Just releasing leftover trauma. Or not trauma. Yeah, that's trauma when your kids are taken away. And everything you've taught them, they've been told they would never see you the same way. They see you as evil now. And crazy. But that's it. Okay, enough talk. This is my moment. We're at 11:11. Time's up. Okay. Use some ripples. Ripples. Okay. Okay, now I have not walked out here, so I'm sure. Oh shit! Maybe I shouldn't. I think I just got a fair warning. It's slippery moss. Oh, look at that. Wait, on the other side. This is gonna be beautiful. Three. I can't see. They look like ducks. Some kind of water duck. It doesn't matter, does it? There's a group of 3 of them out there in the sunlight. That's us. We're See, this is how messages come through to me. We're sailing off into the sun, guys. And the people that want to stay back on the rocky shore, it's their choice. This is a free will planet, and we've all come in here with our own journeys to lead, and so I'm not going to judge anybody else for what they've decided that they want to do. But I can't say that it doesn't hurt. Okay, so let's take a look at this beautiful green moss. This isn't, I love the moss. And I just don't know. I've never been to this beach. It's a place that we can come and dig for stones. These are the ones I kept finding yesterday. There's one of our big brilliant ones that we, let's see, let's put them over here. You can see them better. Or maybe not. Let's sit there. Maybe he needs to be in the shadow. There you go. There's a heart there, I think. Well, there's definitely a heart in the stone, so got a big heart. Stick them in it. You never know. I'm always curious what you find. This is when I should have my gardening hoe. I mean, not hoe. My gardening claw. I've got some nice tools that I've learned to use over the years. Look at that green one. 1411. 1414. Just feel the need to pick up all these little yellow ones. Something beautiful is going to come out of some arrangement. Don't they remind you of the sun? Okay, let's keep going. Not much further we can go, so maybe it's time to turn this off in a minute. I'm not going to be recording a bunch today. I am going to spend some time those I'm connecting with in my consciousness right now that have been on my journey the whole way. One of these. Look at how cool that one is. I'm taking that one. Uh-oh, what do we find? Oh, and the black and white ones. I always love. These guys are so pretty. This guy could go through the rock tumbler and be really just smooth. He's a little rough, but he's gonna be gorgeous. Okay, let's see how far we can get up here. Look at how smooth. Oh, I love, okay, I know it's graffiti, but it's also spray paint art and a message. So no judgment. You gotta give the kids someplace to learn their art, and if they don't have the money to do it, and you're not treating them properly because society has said they don't belong, they're gonna speak out anyway. And it says little wing. How significant, as I feel like I'm finally getting my wings, although they feel more like dragonfly wings than butterfly wings. The stones themselves that I'm walking on, I want to look at this one. Hold on. I don't know this area. Let's get out of the shadow. Look at the power of this guy. I don't know if you know this, but God, one of the things that I kept putting up that I didn't understand, but I knew was a very significant thing for me. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at these big guys. I'm sorry, Chrissy, I don't think that one's gonna fit in flat rate. I don't know what those, that's metal. I don't know what this used to be. So, sometimes you'll see stuff like that. Uh-oh, we're gonna have to go check out this heart. Hold on. I just want to make sure I don't know these stones as well. Okay. Look at that. There's beauty and signs everywhere. Not just on license plates, not just in the number sequences, everywhere. And whatever resonates with you is, now look at this one, is what the universe will work with. And that, isn't that beautiful? Tailor-made. It's not like some system we go through, right? That we all have to go through the same thing. They know you inside and out better than you know yourself. And your experience is going to be based on what resonates with you the most. And what's fascinating is I've never, ever, I mean, I'm so sensitive to people. You say the wrong thing to me after years of, look at that one, of, you know, just, I won't go into this story, it's not necessary, but let's just say that it did not involve a boyfriend, it involved a family of the church that were deacons. And let's just say it was a terrible, terrible experience. I was bullied by this family, chased out of my church. I had trusted them and told them some stuff about my family. And it haunted me for the rest of, not until now, it doesn't haunt me anymore. But I had to go through, I didn't know that I was suffering. I hate that word suffering now. I did not know I was going through, and I don't like the word hate either, but you know what I mean. I did not know that I was experiencing PTSD. And I gotta tell you, every time somebody said we need to talk, my body went into automatic panic zone, like a panic attack. And even the kids sometimes would say, oh, we need to talk. And when they sounded seriously, my stomach just pitted. And I had to sit there and just hold it in. So, not holding it in anymore. Look at these beautiful stones. See, what's beautiful about these, now I'm getting hot, I should take off my second coat. These, I don't know what these things are, but I knew they're metal. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if I can get over here. The water's rising. This guy's slippery. I'm gonna trust him. Okay, let's look at this guy. So you can see how over time, you see, it's just so stunning. These stones just become, the big ones, the boulders, become very smooth, depending on what they're made of. This is a softer stone, so he's gonna wear. Look at that. Whereas, you know, those are some of the chunkier ones. Some of them get moss. I'm gonna step up. Shit! It's okay, I'm wearing Gore-Tex. Let's see some light activation. If I don't lose my balance. Here we go. Oh, Christy, I wanted to show you one last thing before I end this video. I know what we've talked about, and I've told you something about these necklaces of when I would start wearing the second one. So I'm going to turn the camera around so that you can see. Can I do that while I'm filming? We'll do it upside down. How's that? I'm still learning. We've got, wait, let's see. We've definitely got this guy. And then this is a beautiful stone necklace Christy made me. I've got another one that's turquoise that I wear all the time. I've never worn this one until now. And today I felt like, yeah, I'm putting it on. It definitely finally fits. There's a stone down here I really want, so let's hope I don't get splashed. Oh, that's pretty. He's got that really cool vibe. Okay. Let's climb up some of these stones. I think I've shown you this one. Okay. Just want to keep my balance. Let's give you the panorama view before we turn this off. Now that is not a seagull out there. Probably can't see him. I'm not sure what kind of bird is sitting out there. So, love energy to the world, to every country, to every person, to the new earth, to every energy, to everything. Because we're just one consciousness with individual personalities and experiencing God in so many different, God experiencing himself, let's put it that way, in so many different ways through each of us by creating new things. And when you finally learn to live in the present moment, that's when the magic begins. A lot of shadow work to get through that, but that's okay. it's part of the journey, and it had to get cleaned out. I've been stuffing for years, and it's not necessarily that the stuffing was anybody's fault. It's the nature of the job that I had. I was a nanny, and I can't tell you how many households I've been in over the years as either a babysitter, you know, a job that didn't work out for a year because it just didn't. There was one that was a bad situation. I learned a lot after that, but then, you know, you really have to adapt to the family, and that was always my, that's always how I felt going in. After that one experience when the things that the parents were doing hurt my heart, and then at the end of the year, she just was like, I'm just gonna get another nanny anyway, so see you later. And then, you know, that happened to me again last year, so it was time for me to move on and discover Kelly again. And she came out like a lion, you know, with all that pain and hurt, and as an empath who was had to be the one that couldn't lose it. You know, you could lose your job if you lose it in front of kids as a nanny, but that wasn't the reason. There were a few times I wanted to tell some parents off. There were, you know, you see all kinds of stuff, you hear everything, you know, and you can see when parents are lying to their kids as an empath, and or aren't being true with themselves, and you just have to stand there. The last household I was in, I felt strong as a rock, and this mother had a temper, and she was a lot of fun, and she and her husband are very good parents. I don't mean to say that she was a bad parent. She's a very good parent. She's a stay-at-home mom, but she doesn't know what she doesn't know, and you know, a couple times she threw her kids under the bus because she was embarrassed when the neighbors came by and her kids were acting a certain way or something, and she blamed them when she gave them permission, and then she laughed about it after, and it just almost made me sick to my stomach. But again, she doesn't know what she doesn't know, and the kids do. I think the kids know more than she does, to be honest. Just because they're that new energy. Oh my God, there's a black rock. Just because of the new energy coming in. Oop, and the new, look at that, glowing black rock. We're gonna have to come back to this beach tasting. Uh-oh, what did we find? Look at that. That's coming home with me. Look at how they're just shaped. Like the tide shapes these stones. It's just so amazing to me. Okay, so I said we were saying goodbye and for the time. So actually it's the start of the day. So good morning to you all. I'm well awake and alive and doing fantastic actually. I had the most magical day yesterday, full of laughter, full of joy, full of spontaneity. I was trying to mix two words. And I just went where I went, and I discovered all kinds of fun. It was like landing in a new planet. I was just like all of a sudden like, where did this come from? And why have I never seen this before? So we'll see what the day brings. I'll just sit here with the ocean for a minute. Tide's coming in. All right. Have a wonderful day.